Hello there and welcome to Sim Victoria Free. I'm playing as Spain and the goal of this campaign is to not min-max everything, not try and take over the best provinces, but to recreate a Spanish empire. And the way I want to do this is ideally by taking most of the previous colonies which Spain has lost, and from there going on to create a new Spanish empire. At the start of the game you only have mainland Spain and Cuba and the Philippines for trade partners, which pales to the Great British Empire, which we would like to go on and compete with, perhaps also the French and the Austrians and Prussians. At the moment, Spain is not one of the big nations of the world, but it will be. I've already gotten a head start on this campaign, and what I did was I built a bigger navy. I made it so I had 40 ships over in Iberia, and I used these ships to funnel over forces to invade, if I can find it, Venezuela. And I took all this land personally because I do want to develop some industry, especially in Zulia with the oil. My second move was then to try and integrate these lands because I want the population, they are mostly accepted already. I don't have to pass any laws. I have passed a couple of laws so far. I passed landed voting and per capita taxation. I'm currently trying to get the local police force out of here and replace it with dedicated police force, so that I can try and lower the power of the landed gentry, and from there be able to get in some more social laws. Currently what we're trying to do is expand and puppet Uruguay. We have landed. I have 3 stacks of 20, 2 from Iberia and 1 from Venezuela. I also have 3 navy stacks of the same size, or is it? I'm currently building the 3rd one in Venezuela. There's plenty of people there who can be put to work. Most of the buildings I've been putting in have been agricultural. I have built a few tooling workshops. Mostly it's been agriculture, just to get lots of people out working, so we can get our GDP up and I can get my tax rate, because I want more construction. I want to use these colonies to give me a bit extra income so I can fund more construction. Uruguay, this is just simply a war to take Uruguay as a puppet. Brazil has got involved, but I think we'll be fine. I've got my divisions here. They appear to be winning. And that should see Uruguay surrender eventually if we can just hold here. I could perhaps beat them back. It would be very expensive, so I'm just trying to do the cheaper option. And I didn't want to press further into Brazil and try to take some land like Rio Grande do Sul, because I am still fighting with the initial infamy I took from taking Venezuela. I want this to go down so I can go in and go after New Granada. I don't think I'll take any of this land personally, but I will make them a puppet. A puppet, or a what is the other word? The one where they don't fight for you, but they're still forced into paying you shekels and being part of your trade union. I think maybe somewhere like Ecuador I'll take personally, because there's more land here for me to build more factories. And then we'll have these guys here, we'll have Uruguay, and then from there I want to snake in here. What I'll be doing is I will be recording videos, shorter videos, just showcasing what I have done. I am playing with some mods. I have the state transfer mod, so if I were to take Uruguay now and I was to take Rio Grande do Sul later, I could transfer this land to Uruguay. I have the subject manager mod as well, so I could eventually, if I want to, annex subjects. I just think that is a element which was missing from the game. Oh, gone to the dogs, you say. I'm trying to pass dedicated police force to lower power there, so I'm going to go with this option here. I also have the revision of AI, which makes them a bit smarter in wars, doesn't make them so suicidal. Tidies up border gore a bit. I have the construction lag fix, which stops this area here from lagging the game a bit more, which is great. And I have better population growth and better migration, because I feel it makes the world feel more real, really. It makes the world feel more real, and I really do enjoy that. I am playing in the latest patch of the game as of the date of this video. I do not, however, have the French flavor DLC, and unless you're going to play as France, I would not recommend getting it. So, oh, would you look at that? Brazil has been kicked out of the war, and so we can now just push on forward and secure Venezuela. Not Venezuela, we already have Venezuela, but secure Uruguay. That is exactly what we want to do. We want to get this here. So we are trying to, we are succeeding in incorporating this land here Eventually I'll be able to just have more of a population base, but also more places to put population. I intend to get lots of areas around here. I intend to make it easier for people to migrate to my country from my trade world, my trade market. And so I need places to put these buildings and these people and the natural resources to feed them and such. Resigns and shit. Yeah, just sure. I'm not too fussed about what that man is after there. But yes, as soon as we're done with this war, I don't think we're going to be quite ready to go after Colombia. But it is close. It's going down by 5 every year. Is this going down monthly, or is it going down at the... I think it goes down... Oh, weekly. 16.4. Excellent. 6.3. Oh, terrific. So it is going down like this. We do now have, however, Uruguay. You've joined our trade markets, and your GDP will go up. Your population probably will go down. Actually, it's going up. People are moving there from Luzon, Galicia, Asturias, Castile, Aragon, Nevada, Catalonia, and the Baleares Islands. Okay, great. It's just more places to pit people who speak Spanish. The Platinians are not discriminated against. The Afro-Caribbeans would be. The Brazilians would be as well. But the Platinians are not. So they can migrate to my country if they wish, I believe. What are my migration laws at the moment? I have migration controls, which means people who are not discriminated against may come over, and that is, of course, these Platinians, but we don't need that just yet. After the dedicated police force, I am going to try and enact slavery ban. I also want to try and play this campaign as it might feel potentially realistic, and a push for banning slavery is something I'm going to go with. Government reform, I don't think I want to reform my government at the moment. Currently we have the landowners, the Catholic Church, and the armed forces in power. I do want to get rid of these guys, but I want to lower their power first before I try to do that, and getting rid of their force here. Although it's probably not helping that I'm building so many farms. I'm just trying to get the people into the workplace so that I can have them contributing to the national GDP here. Which Uruguay does not, but they will... It's just somebody else to sell things to, and the more people we have to sell things to, the better off we'll be. They are a dominion. Okay, so I think that means they will fight alongside with me, or was that puppet? That was puppet, wasn't it? Yes, so they're all the way over here. I could try and move it here eventually, but it's not so necessary. Taking Uruguay was just a way to use up my time while I wait for my infantry to go down, and I can go after Colombia. We do now have dedicated police force, however, which is great. That will help out a lot. We're going to go and have a look at enacting the banning of slavery. It would radicalize the landowners quite a bit, so I'm not going to be doing that just yet. Unfortunate for the slaves. I could go for colonial affairs at some point, but I'm not so worried about Africa. I'm more worried about a Spanish empire, and there's a lot of Spanish-speaking nations where I won't have so much discrimination, so I'm going to be going for them first. Would eventually like to raise the tax laws or get to proportional, but that's not going to happen anytime too soon. I would also like to get elected bureaucrats. The landowners oppose this, which means it likely lowers their power. So I think I'll go with that for now, as nothing else is speaking to me. Also, there's nothing going on here just yet. I would like to get this stronger police force, and so I should probably look into getting more government buildings. But for now, I'm going to finish my queue here. I have a lot going on, and I would like to see it done. Money is up a lot. That's probably due to the the transfer here. There is still a lot there, so I'm going to temporarily at least... No, I'm not going to lower tax. I would eventually like to get rid of these things as well. I know it lowers my standard of living. We are actually quite a poor place to live, but I would like the money for construction first, so I can get people employed and get the GDP up, and from there be able to fund other expansions. I think New Granada before Ecuador. It's a very big, strong, wealthy nation which I would like to be puppeted. Not a dominion, but puppeted. So let me have a look here and see what it would be. It would be 23.4 infamy. Guatemala would join. I really do not care. I hope nobody else would, which is why I've been waiting for this to go down. I'm thinking if I wait another year, get it to around 10, then I'll be happy. So I'm going to end this video here. I know it's a shorter video. I'm going to go with this sort of content from here on out. Have shorter, more digestible content. I'll go off and play for a bit longer, and then when the time comes, I will create a new video. So anyway, thank you for watching. It's been quite a while since I've been uploading content. I've had quite a lot going on in my personal life, trying to immigrate to Canada. It's not been too easy. I've been building my farm here, lots of chickens, that you can see all over the Discord server. I'll see you there. The links are down below. Thank you again for watching, and have a good one.